All right, we are live for the Thursday daytime stream. Let's go ahead and get this set up. New Lightning Ditto break. And new McDonald's Pikachu. And let's see, Hot Live Customs. Cool. Okay, we'll clip that. Live Customs have been moving a lot lately. I think it's because people see the good cards going in there. So, we'll jump over here. Oh, Mr. Alex PSX is already posting. All right. Somebody warned me that I underpriced the Tifa last night. I'm going to take another look at that. Let's see. Your package is now with FedEx. What package? Oh, this one? Okay, good. Item received at the PSA vault. Good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Ivan says, I sent a picture in Discord with single cards to trade for your low nines. I'm going to mention I would be very interested in that trade. So, Mr. Ivan, I'd be very happy to make a trade for a bunch of ungraded cards for the nines. All right. I'll throw this away. Throw this away. Throw this away. Delete. Cool. All right. And wait a second. We're going to delete this. Oh, I got an email from Stamps. And it's okay. So I thought maybe it was my computer, but they actually say, we regret to inform you that we are currently aware of an ongoing issue in the newest application version that prevents it from correctly retrieving postage rates. That's the exact problem. The quickest fix for this issue is to downgrade your software to the older version. All right, so I don't know how to do that very easily, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset the software right now. So it's not just me. I thought maybe it was just me. Maybe it's just my computer. No, other people are having the exact same problem. Now we know. It's so close to unusable, but it's funny if you let it retrieve the rates for a long time, it does eventually come up with the rate. It's just it takes a couple minutes actually for it to actually get the package, the label rate. Lucky for me, I can actually survive that. I imagine a real business could not. They need their labels on demand, but we can actually hang out with each other and get that label. You just hear me cursing a lot trying to get it to work. All right, let's get this up here. Yeah, so I was told that this Tifa was wrongly priced and that it's actually like $500. I need to take another look at it real fast. I don't know. If it is very badly wrongly priced, it is going to receive a price update. So our friend Taihua probably won't like that. But you know, the prices are pegged to the cheapest buy it now. And since we price everything live, I do make mistakes. But let me just take a quick look because I don't know if it... Oh, look at that. The screen turned red. That's so stupid. Wait, if I turn this around, we'll do... Oh my God, it's so dumb, dude. I hate that happens. All right. So it's called Tifa Surge Magic. Let's go looking for it. Tifa Surge Magic. And I see one right here. Here it is. By PSA 0536. Okay, everything looks the same. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am, and that's $245. I think the card just might have gotten a little cheaper over time is all, because more of them got graded. It's a nice card. I think it might be correct. $250 I think is fine. All right. Oop. Like, took out the trash. It was covered in flies, dude. It was so gross. Now I feel like I got insects on my skin. Ugh. All right. Tifa number 0214 is 500. Thank you, Mr. Aovic. Appreciate that, man. Aovic, maybe I can make a deal with you where you can do some repricing on my menu while I'm live. And if you find discrepancies, for example, if you find that my product is too overpriced or too underpriced, maybe we can make an agreement where I put you onto a giveaway for free for each item that you find. Something like that. I don't want the whole audience doing it. That's the thing. Just one person, not the whole audience, just one person I can talk to. Here's Quips Umbreon. Heath Davis bought this the other day. Isn't that beautiful? I just wanted to show it off one last time. That's really cool, man. we can definitely create more quip drawings or whatever she wants to do with her time. I think she will be encouraged by that. New McDonald's Pikachu is in. So a lot of these were graded, obviously. McDonald's Pikachu. Big fan of that McDonald's Pikachu. I think he's an awesome card. If they don't reprint him in English, I think he's very underpriced. If they do reprint him in English, he is not very overpriced. I'm sorry, underpriced. He's actually overpriced. Give me a minute here. So let me go ahead and find one. Boop-a-doo, scuba-dooba-doopy, dooby-doo. We don't want any of them from Japan. The ones in Japan cost more money because you have to import them. We're looking up a price for one of these. We want one that's in the United States. That's what we want. Here it is. One in the United States. All right. So let's see what this looks like if I buy it. Okay. Okay. All right, we got a new Pikachu break incoming. This is one of the best breaks because it moves pretty fast. Speaking of moving fast, we've got this really unique Ditto card as well. So that's good too. But give me a second here. All right, so you're going to find that this is a pretty small break, this Pikachu. We're going to continue to host the McDonald's Pikachu so you can lose even more money on it. Right? Here we are. It's not great because I haven't won it. What do you think it ought to be? Should it be a $20, $30, or $40? It's so small, it can be any of these. Can you hire me to call you handsome every 20 minutes? Yes. 6 likes the lower entry point of $20. You know, if it was $20, why wouldn't we just put it in the live custom is my only thoughts. I feel like it just goes into competition with the live customs. Let's do 30. Let's do 30. I think 30 is good. Okay, so we're going to have a star card in it, but it's only a $30 star card this time, okay? All right, you ready? The star card will not be worth the full 40, meaning there will be a 1/4 star card left to buy. It's a very odd thing. We don't normally do that. Okay, so it's a 1 in 8 with a star spot, by the way. So it's really more like a 1 in 7, but you're getting the star spot as an additional pull. There you have it. McDonald's Pikachu. Loving this card. One of the best cards right now to try and acquire and add to your collection. Very popular. So this just, you can go buy a Pikachu. You don't have to enter a break. You can just go buy one. But if you prefer to take a shot at the Pikachu, there's an option for taking a shot at the Pikachu. Nice $30 shot, like opening a $30 booster pack. And here's our Ditto Metamong. That is up to 4 out of 9 before, like, it took like 1 hour for it to fill this high. So this one's hot. This one's like halfway done, and it only took like an hour for it to fill halfway up. So very popular. Here's, let's see what we got over here. What else we got? So these were a couple more cards. Just got another Staff Lugia. I am crazy about this Staff Lugia. Just got another Houndoom Neo 3. I guess I just really like this guy. He's cool. Here is a Rockets Houndoom. I just got another one of these, I believe. Now, this one I have had the whole time, and I'm thinking about hosting this as a break. So we're going to have to sit this over here so that it's ready to become a break if I want it to. All right, just because I think that's a more recent Pikachu. There's no reason to be hoarding that. We should be offering that as a break. We got some other cool cards here. Yeah, I'm always buying, man. I'm always buying. Also saving up to move. We are trying to save a little bit of money. We're getting ready to sell our houses now. We're probably moving to one of two places. Although it's not in concrete. We're thinking about Carson City, Nevada. And the other place we're thinking about is actually the Tri-Cities of Tennessee. It's called the Tri-Cities. It's 3 places. And both of those places are looking pretty good financially, from a financial perspective. So those are 2 solid choices. The third one would probably be Florida. So Florida, maybe Jacksonville, away from the ocean, just further away so you don't get hit by the hurricane as strongly. So yeah, Jacksonville actually is an interesting option as well. Florida has threatened to remove their property taxes, and I got to tell you, that's very attractive. He says hoarding like it's a bad thing. Who's hoarding? I hope not. Let's see. All right. Oh, heck yeah. I got a 10 on my Stay With Me card. Heck yeah. I like this Pikachu so much. I feel like, why just get one? I feel like you could stack like 10 of these. They're so good. Or, you know, you've seen me stack 5 of the same card. I've done that many times. All right, let me close up some of these browsers. We don't need them all. Do we get any subscribers over time? Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're close to 5.6 or 9.6 now. Very good. Very good. I like to see that. We got a couple subscribers last night, I noticed. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to get any subscribers last night because I went on some stupid rant about economics and the Mamdani guy, and I thought I'm probably going to lose subscribers from talking about this. And notice the other way around, we got a ton of subscribers. I can't always tell what I'm supposed to say. We are. Look at this. Wow, that is a nice round on the table. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that and take that off the table to get us started, okay? That's some top quality slabs there. If these don't sell within a month, they probably go to eBay, okay? Just letting you know that. So now it's going to be an eBay thing because we're going to have too many slabs in like 1 month. We're going to have too many slabs. There we go. This is called Zezutsu. This is Pikachu and this is Umbreon. So these 2 go into box number 3. This goes into box number box number 2. There we go. Nice quality watermelons right there. Hell yeah, dude. All right, here's our cute little Magnemite. He's good. Here's a cute little code word, huh? There's a consignment. Can I get another consignment? We need another consignment. There's a consignment. So we'll take these off. We'll put these into consignment now. Did you see these? Lucario Melmetal. That's an AGS grade. Code word. What is this? Rent-A-Girlfriend or something? No, Quintessential Quintuplets. And a Cardconomist graded Darkrai 10. By the way, you actually get a discount on that price because it's a little cheaper than PSA 10, right? Same with AGS. We don't copy PSA prices on those. Let's head over to the consignment channel now. We're going to take a picture of these. We're having a problem with consignment. We're out of room. We don't have any more room. All right. Very good. You'll need extra insurance for your collection if you move here to the southeast. To what? To Florida? Yeah, I agree. Florida. Yeah, you want some hurricane insurance probably. Oops. Insurance is nuts, man. You just lose money on your collection every year. What's so good about dumb old stupid Texas, says SpongeBob. We have an order from Gabriel Gallegos. Hello, Gabriel. Cardos Nikkei box. A whole box of it. Let me go grab a box of the Cardos Nikkei. I'll be right back. Hopefully we have boxes of it. I think we do. I sold a whole case of it on eBay the other day, so I don't know how much we have left. I'll be right back. All right, so these appear to be the last 2 boxes of it. Cardos Nikkei. Only 2 boxes remain. I'm going to open one of the boxes so I can go into this box next to me where we sell them from. Full Pig's throwing it back. Yeah, she is actually. Looks like she's using Tail Whip. Good observation. Tossing this. Grab these Nikkei cards. I've been tempted to send some more cards over into the PSA vault, you know, ones I don't show off very often. Of course, then again, if I'm not showing them off, maybe I should just sell them. Here we are. There's some cards I love to show off, and I wouldn't want to send those to the vault. Isn't that interesting? It's weird making decisions like that. Here's this. Here's this. I got all kinds of cards where it's not a priority to show them. What is PSA Vault? You know, the vault that PSA owns. And it's called the PSA Vault. Ooh. Mr. Gabriel. Ready, Gabriel? Oops. Let's see. What are the fees for using PSA Vault? Isn't it just a shipping fee? Can anyone find that out real fast? Somebody look up PSA's Vault rules. I'm pretty sure they don't charge a fee currently. It's just when you send them the cards, I think there's a service fee, and then when you ship it, I think there's a service fee. I think they make all their money from listing your items on eBay, right? PSA is acting like a consignment company. It's actually pretty tempting. I like them. Look. All right, ready? You got the Red Hood card, very saucy. Okay. Very nice. Seller fee and return fee, that's right. So they make their money selling your card on eBay for you. I don't like this little girl. She does not feel right in this set. I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat right over there. What are you doing here? Oops. Okay. All right. We got, now she's really popular. I don't know why. I just can't imagine why. Dang, dude. How do girls get this build? Huge boobs, huge hips. There we go. It's like the equivalent of having a big dick or something. But in girl, here it is. Girl rules. Yes. All right. All right. Ta-da. Texas got cut off the list because of the whole chainsaw massacre thing. What? What are you talking about? Cut off what list? Mister, when you moving to Texas? Well, shucks. Where are you living in Texas? You're not in Dallas, are you? There it is. Okay, here's Blanc. It's looking like we might move to Nevada or to Tennessee or potentially to Florida. Those are the top choices right now. We have Quincy. Might be Tennessee. It's very close to us, actually. It's like it's a state over. You get that built by doing the Taylor Swift workout. Well, shucks. Tennessee is a no-tax state with the low cost of living. So you get both of those things. You get low cost of living, you get a cheap big home, and you get to pay no taxes on your income. It seems optimal financially. Here's Blanc. Then I can take the rest of my monies and put it into Pokemon cards where it belongs. I'm in Conroe, Texas, about a half hour south of Austin, Texas. How do you like Austin, Texas? Is it nice? Here's Marciana. Here's Red Hood. Tennessee is nice. They have a very good ROI, return on investments. Tennessee. Tennessee, that place that you probably don't think about very often. Kind of like Missouri and Iowa and Kansas and all these other places that are just sort of boring, you know. But Tennessee, they got cheap homes. Dude, I saw a 4,000 square foot home for like $400,000. It was like $100 a square foot. I'm not kidding you. And this was in Irwin, Tennessee. And it's up against the Smoky Mountains. It's like, Jesus, dude. Cheap. But, you know, it's probably just old people out there. But, yeah, it's really interesting. They got lake houses in a place called Johnson City. And I might buy one of those lake houses. Here's Nero. Damn, dude. I think she's the sexiest girl. I don't know what it is. It's her outfit, I think. It's just the outfit. You got to go to Dollywood. So Dollywood is owned by and made by the same company that owns Silver Dollar City out here in, that's in Branson, Missouri. And we're about an hour and a half away from that. So we just drive to that, and we have a season pass. It's awesome. Like, we could take a day off and just kind of drive down there, spend our day at Silver Dollar City, and then just drive back up. It's, you know, you get used to the drive to a certain degree. It's really nice. Yeah, it's beautiful. I talk about it from time to time. It's one of the best amusement parks I've ever been to. Now, I think that the Dollywood's more like a theme park, right? Do they have roller coasters? Because Silver Dollar City's got some impressive roller coasters. I don't know if Dollywood has that. I think it's just a cool place to go walking, right? We are. They probably have a couple rides. Okay. Silver Dollar Stream win. Yeah, that would be cool, actually. Silver Dollar City stream. We are. Here's Haran. If you do move to Tennessee, always invest in land here as well. The revenue for land being sold is skyrocketing. If I buy a piece of physical land, I already know exactly where I'm buying that land, and I might do this no matter what. I'm buying a piece of land in a little place called, well, it's up for debate. There's two places I'd like to buy physical land with no house on it. Alpine, Wyoming. That's probably my number one. But actually the number two, which is pretty close, Leavenworth, Washington. Man, those are beautiful places. Really beautiful. And I see their land, and it just makes me go like, holy, I gotta have this, man. Silver Dollar City, owned by the Herschend family. Yeah, the Herschend family, and we have a lot of the touristy places. You find these tourism centers in America have all the same restaurants, all the same tourist, like wax museum and all this other stupid stuff. It's like they all know each other, and they all group up and build up another tourism town, just like Branson. So Branson's like a franchise almost, and they do it in other states too. In fact, that whole Dollywood area it's almost a replica of Branson, Missouri. It's really fascinating to see it. I've been to Dolly Parton's Stampede, and it's like a dinner with the show kind of thing. And the show is, you get to watch all these horses go by and riders and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's a big arena. It was a cool experience. I don't think I'd do it twice. I think it's more family friendly oriented, not really up to my spice level. You know, it's just sort of like for kids almost. But it was cool. It was very cool. It was very full. So it was a nice experience. It was a chicken dinner with a nice little dessert. And it was cool, man. Right? Formerly known as Dixie Stampede. It's literally all the same. Yep, that's all in Gatlinburg. Exactly. So it's like a franchise, and they pick a little town and they build it, and then they go to another town and build it again. So I was really impressed to discover that. And Silver Dollar City out here in Branson is sort of like the anchor for all that kind of stuff. So they have some sort of big thing that people just naturally are drawn toward. And then this group of tourism businesses kind of crop up in that area. But Branson's very beautiful. If you guys ever visit it, you're going to be impressed. The Table Rock Lake is so beautiful. It's actually much better looking than Lake of the Ozarks. Even though Lake of the Ozarks looks nice too, Table Rock's, it's like they didn't allow anyone to build on it, and yet there is some structures out there. It's super beautiful. Lake of the Ozarks is more accessible though, so that's the trade-off. Lake of the Ozarks, I can go in my backyard and climb in the water right now. But Table Rock's very preserved, very beautiful. Lots of houses and trees out there. It's definitely like peak Ozarks, sort of like nature feeling out there. And then you've got Silver Dollar City's like right next to it. And then you got all these tourists. And there's like a Las Vegas Main Street style thing where there's a bunch of miniature rides and stuff where you can drive. The road's super crowded too. We've been there many times now because we live next to it. And so we've driven over to Branson many times for fun when we're feeling bored and just feel like doing something. There's just so much stuff out there. So it's a cool thing. It's very family friendly. I'm not very family friendly. I'd be happier in Vegas, I bet. Gabriel Gallegos, that's one in a whole box of Cardust Nikkei. Here's the cool thing, Gabriel. You can grade all of these. You grade all these cards. And some of them are quite sexy, like Blanc, for example. She's just got those bunny legs or something, you know. And, yeah. So you got all these sexy girl cards. We still have some of this left. We no longer have whole boxes of it left. Although, technically, if you bought a whole box of it right now, I can go grab those packs that I just placed into that other box. So, yeah, one box of these left approximately. Let's go find your bag, Gabriel. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the order today. It's nice to see these old sets selling through, because as they sell through, I open up to ideas of getting new sets. So we haven't experimented too much because I got all these old sets to sell through first. There we go. My family visits each year. New bag shipped the other day. Sounds good to me. All right, new bag time. Your family visits Branson? Yeah, if you go over to Branson, you see a lot of Texas license plates, Oklahoma license plates, and others. There's a surprisingly low number of Missouri license plates. So it's all these people who are visiting. By the way, wasn't Oklahoma, weren't they working on something called, it was supposed to be like a, it was supposed to be an extremely expensive amusement park. Weren't they working on that? Is that still going through? Is that project canceled? Ever thought about getting some land in Slab City, California? California is an interesting place. It's got beautiful weather. It's got mountains. It's got ocean. Lots to do. But it has some of the worst tax policies in the whole country. And so as a result of that, I'm more excited for other states. Their tax policy is the worst. Hawaii is up there, New York is up there, and Illinois is up there. So those are the places I'm avoiding. Here we are. I have a belief that there's a lot of beautiful places all over the country, and I'm telling you guys, look up Alpine, Wyoming. I almost feel like I'm not even supposed to talk about it. It looks so pristine. It's right next to Jackson, Wyoming, where all the billionaires are moving, right? It's about 35 minutes away. It's like the closest town, Wyoming. How do you spell this? So it's called Alpine, Wyoming. Go look it up. Go watch a couple videos on it. It's shocking. It's so beautiful. It's like straight out of Switzerland or something. But the other one that has my eye is Leavenworth, Washington. Now this one's more developed, but it's more like a tourism town. It's the downside. So Leavenworth is the other one. Alpine, Wyoming, and Leavenworth. They're both interesting to me because these are no tax states, by the way, right? Like you can always go to Colorado if you want mountains, but Alpine, Wyoming, no tax state. Leavenworth, Washington, no tax state. Leavenworth, Washington scares me. It's a deep blue state, and that tells me the no tax status will be worked around some way, or they will just get rid of it eventually. So for me, because of that, I trust Alpine more to remain tax-free. So that's what's going on there. And plus the fact that this is more touristy, I don't know, you sort of lose something with the touristiness. This place is strongly attracting me. I saw a piece of land out there for $150. I might as well just go sell $150,000 in my personal collection. Just go buy a strip of land out there right now. I like it that much. The downside, freezing cold. Very, very cold out there. They get fantastic weather or winter sports though. Really good winter sports. But because they get a lot of snow, they got these big mountains. And they've got, if you drive up into Jackson, you get all the fun things they do in Jackson. Plus, you have access to the national parks, the Grand Tetons, which literally means grand titties. That's what that means. Isn't that fun? And then Yellowstone if you keep driving. So it could be an amazing sort of like winter home, but I don't have money for 2 homes like that, for like a winter home. You know, I'm not that rich. But, you know, if I bought a piece of land, maybe when I'm 60, maybe when I'm 50, maybe we develop a small home on that land, and or maybe the land just is a good investment because other people want it, and then it just goes up in value. So, yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. Try to buy a piece of land in Alpine, Wyoming, and just sit on that land and don't do anything with it for like 10 years, and that's one of my investments. It's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. All right, take a look at that. Next up, we have Luke Laurie, 50 to Slabaway. Mr. Luke, how's it going, Luke? Welcome. Does Branson get snow? Yeah, it probably gets a little bit of snow. It is in southern Missouri, so probably not as much. But, you know, Missouri doesn't get a ton of snow, but it always gets some snow. So you get brushed with snow every year. Luke Laurie. Karis and I like the snow. We like the winter. Winter is beautiful. All right, 530. Boom. I spent $5,000 for 12 lots and sold them all for $20,000. Oh, in terms of land? Oh, cool, man. Okay. You sold? You gotta hold. One tops Lord of the Rings and a new bag for our friend Luke Laurie. You got it, Luke. You're not supposed to sell. Investing's all about hodling forever until you're 100 years old, like Charlie Munger. That's the goal, is to just hold it until you're an old man. Okay, ready? Hey, what's up, Tammy? I think we should get rid of the death penalty and bring back gladiator fights for freedom. It's what the people want. It's an interesting idea. I think if you get rid of the death penalty, the problem is people will not fear some of the worst crimes anymore. You kind of disconnect people from consequences. I'm a real strong believer, not in Christian justice, but in eye for an eye justice. So the worst crime of all, of course, is murder. And if you commit a murder, the punishment has to be death. It has to be, or that the victim does not get justice. You have to serve the victim justice. You have to put that person to death. The person who committed the crime must be put to death. And without that, you disconnect the crime from the consequence. You disconnect it. And that reduces the fear of that crime, and it does not serve justice to the victim. It is so, like, if somebody killed me, God forbid, I would bet your titties I would want them hung in the public square like it should be. That's how it should be. That would be correct. You get like these families that are grieving and they're trying to cope with the grief. And one of the ways they cope is by like forgiving the killer. Not me, though. If I was the government, I'd be like, you guys go ahead and forgive him. We're putting him to death, because that's justice for the dead victim who can't speak today. So I'm a very strong believer in the death penalty. I feel like it's essential. It's essential. All right, Luke Glory. But, you know, if there's really questionable evidence, that's a different story. You have to have a for certain, you know, you have to know that they're definitely guilty. All right. People should have that looming over their head. They should be like, kill a person and the government will put you to death. And they should be like, ooh, I don't want that. I don't want to be on the chopping block. It'll probably save people's lives. You know, if the government is swift and strong with the death penalty, it will save people's lives. Because somebody who was loosey-goosey with the gun, they will think twice about it. They'll be like, wait a second. Wait a second. Not all of them. Like, some people point out, killers are not that smart half the time, which is why they're killers. But maybe if even a couple of them sort of withdraw and say, wait a second, I don't want to accidentally kill anybody here. There we go. Or like, you know, maybe I'll just beat them up, not kill them. That kind of thing, you know. People don't have the stomach for it. They lost their spine, man. Spineless. Yo, Luke Glory, you're going right over here. They lost their stomach for it. They became too civilized. That sounds like a silly idea, but it's a real thing. You're too civilized now. You lost your spine. You lost your backbone. Here's Robert Tumman, 1 spot in the Mega Gengar sublist. Okay. When I hear like some poor girl got murdered and tortured first, and then the killer's sitting on death row for 20 years, just makes me so angry. So angry. He should have been hung the same year he committed the crime. Should have been hung in the public square, and everyone should have known about it. And we should have declared this is what happens to people who do this crime. It is Robert Tumman. Execution used to be public entertainment. Now, I don't think it needs to be entertainment, but I think it needs to be educational. It's educational. You're letting other would-be killers know what'll happen. All right. It's educational. Other people who are stupid and want to commit some sort of serious crime with the gun should know what's coming for them. What comes right after their idiotic crime. Because I think a lot of the times they're very stupid. I think they're not very smart. And they're visual learners, you know. All right, now we've got Beatrice. Aloha, mister. Can I please get 1 spot in the Ditto promo slab break? Hell yeah, let's get that Ditto slab break. Okay. The victims are the ones who are not served justice. It's so sad. It's not right. They're not even there to speak for themselves. No one who's ever been murdered has ever been able to speak up and say, please, I want justice, you know. There we go. So we just kind of make that decision for them because they're gone. And I would make the right decision. There we go. Ooh. Those are brawls. I want talent. Swordsmanship. Make them work to pay the victim's family for the rest of their lives. So you could go down that route. A lot of people will say that it's like slavery, though. That's why that won't work. Especially, let's say you have a situation where maybe there's more black guys in jail than white guys. I mean, They don't have that problem in China because in China, they're all Chinese mother effers, right? So they don't ever say that in China. But here in the U.S., if you had a disproportionate minority population in the jail, they'd say, oh, this is just new slavery. So that will never work. So, I mean, maybe to a certain degree, you could do some of that. I think it's not a bad use of human productivity to make people work for their sins in some way. But, you know, I think that it just wouldn't work in the long run. It's the same question, like, you know, in China, you know what they do with the criminal? They organ harvest them. Which to me sounds insane, right? Like, that's crazy, organ harvest. But, you know, let's say it truly is a criminal and they truly did do the crime and they are being put to death correctly. And the Chinese are able to take that person's organ, a bad person's organs, and use it to save a good person's life. There's this sort of idealistic formula that can make you look at it and say, maybe that's a good thing. But it's a very risky thing because you just know that's going to get abused. So it becomes an ethical problem, right? Like somebody gets put to death who has a particularly yummy liver, and there's some rich guy who needs a liver, and he's like, yeah, put him to death. You know what I mean? So organ harvest, you know, slave labor, jail labor, those are both ethical concerns, and that's why they don't work very well as a solution. So a lot of the time, jail is just sit in jail. Nobody complains about that. Nobody's going to say, oh, that's not ethical. Next up, we have an order, Michael Pettiford. Hello, Michael. 10 Japanese OP13s. You got it. Happy Thursday, everybody. We love Thursday. We should donate more to Israel. O come, Emmanuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go. 3 Japanese OP9s. Where am I keeping my OP9s? Let's just order the purge. Yeah, where's my purge? We never get the purge. We're missing out. Ah, man. No, the purge is an idiotic idea. Well, it's not idiotic, but obviously it's not going to truly solve anything. You know, if you had a real purge, it would just be the weak being preyed on by the strong, not necessarily the righteous defeating the evil. It would just be the weak being preyed on by the strong. That's what would really happen. Bad idea. It's a funny idea. It makes a good scary movie. That's a good scary movie, but in practice, it's not that smart. It's not going to work out the way you think it will. It will be horrifying. There it is. No purge. If you feel like doing the purge, go join like the military or something. They'll put you to use in the military. They'll say, hey, those are our bad guys. Go kill them. So you're that kind of person. The government has a good use for you. It's called the military. Go join it. Here's One Piece getting open for our friend Michael Pettiford. Because then the government will say, see, those guys over there, they're the bad guys, and you're the good guy. Go beat them. That's one of the few jobs where you can be a trained killer, and the government rewards you for it. You get paid to kill people. Pretty strange, but it's a real job. So you can go get a job in the military and fulfill your lust for power. Here we are. Okay, when did you start writing names on the breaks? Oh, I didn't think of that. My brain was treating it like a giveaway. Oops, sorry about that. I don't think it makes a difference, but Beatrice is in the McDonald's Pikachu. He runs yet again. I worked in a prison for a year to complete my criminal justice degree. Working in a prison is a crappy job. Yeah, my friend, I've spoken about him, who gave me a room when I was going through my last year, senior year in college. He was it's a type of police officer that works in a prison. What do they call those? Parole officer? I don't remember the name of it. But he had a lot of stories. He said it's pretty bad. He seemed pretty depressed all the time, actually. He didn't seem like he loved it. But it's a tough job, and somebody does it, and he was getting it done, you know. So, but he talks about how, you know, there's inmates who want to fight with you, spit on you, throw poo at you, throw a certain white liquid at you. It's all real. And then he says he talked about this, funny enough. He said the best people in jail are the people who are there for life because they know that they're going to be there for so long that they might as well be friends with you. He's like, the nicest people are all the worst criminals because they got nowhere to go. They're stuck in there forever. He says the worst ones are the ones that are really revengeful, and they say, I'm going to find out where you live, and I'm going to get you as soon as I'm out of jail. He says it gives you a ton of stress. Here's a hollow. Not sure how many times I got Poop and Pete thrown onto me. Yeah, he said that that's a real problem. Apparently, it's a bigger problem when a person is entering the jail. People still have a very sort of like ambitious, aggressive feeling like they're going to get away. And it takes a while for somebody to cool down and have a sense that you're not going anywhere. You're not escaping tomorrow. But yeah, it's an I heard a lot of stories from him. It was interesting stuff. Here we are. All right. Heard a lot of gross stuff. It's mostly gross stuff. Perhaps it would not surprise you to discover that the people who tend to go to jail, or perhaps go to jail consistently, I should say, are not people of upstanding moral values. Okay, so Michael Pettiford, corrections officer. That was his exact role. That's correct. The corrections officer. Thank you, Michael. You got a big fat bag. Nothing crazy popping out of those packs. Pikachu break is back again, everybody. He's got better odds, 1 in 8. Not only is it better odds, one of the spots is a star. It's way better odds. And then this highly sought after Ditto. That is the other break. Beautiful Ditto. All right, here's the Tentacruel. October's coming to a close. Still time to get into that bounty. Master Chief Hardlight. And here is Absol. All right. I went into a mold card shop today. Humid building. What? Let's see. That Nami is fire. Yeah, we got a lot of good cards came back from PSA. I got to do some heavy. It's the end of the month. I got to do submissions for everybody. Jonathan Baguna, slab away the Nami. Oh, you got it. How much is it? 110. So the slab away fee for this card shall be $10. Ready? I stepped away from the stream. Was my order done? You just missed it. I just did it. Sorry, man. Nothing crazy coming out of there. Just usual SRs, okay? Nothing good. Just the SRs. All right, Mr. Bagunas. I even left your name up here. Look at that. So we're going to say November. So we're putting people in November now. And this is going to say PSA 10 Nami. And it's going to say $110 minus 30, which makes it $80 remaining. You got $80 left on this card, okay? Now there's truly no more room. Let's see. We've got an order from... Click. Thomas Hogue, 2 English Pokemon Go. All right, the Pokemon Go's should be like over here somewhere. Give me a second here. We still have PSA cards left to price, so I gotta process those. Process him. We are. We're talking about a range of subjects today. We talked about the death penalty. That's always something that pops up. We talked about the purge. I think I need to open a new ETB. Is that right? We talk about crime a bit on this channel, huh? It's an interesting subject. All right, here I am. There we go. Ta-da! You got any Korean Heatwave Arena? I don't think I bought that one because the Japanese version was too affordable. I tend to buy the Korean product when it's an unaffordable product. So you're going to see Inferno X for sure. How much just to buy the Halo card? It's not moving. Law, hope all is well. Oh, okay. You're interested in buying it outright. Let me get you a price, okay? Give me a second. It's obviously it's pop 1. So this is the only one that you can buy. At 16 times 40, my asking was 640. But if you remove the star card is 600, I'm going to make it cheaper than 600. I'm going to ask 560. Would you like that? 560 to buy the card outright, Mr. Jared. And you've already got $80 toward it. Would you like me to convert it into like a slab away or just set it to the side for a second while you set it up? So 560 and you've already sent 80. There it is. I would be happy to turn this into a slab away for you. I thought there'd be more excitement for it. You know, a lot of people open the Halo cards, and you know, it's funny. Maybe they just ran out of steam because we were selling a ton of those like 2 weeks ago. No, like a month ago. Yes, let's do a slab away. All right, this card is now sold for $560. That was smart, man. Yeah, if you guys didn't know that, you can always offer to do stuff like that, like buy a card outright that's in a break. They're for sale. So when you remove the star card, it gets cheaper. And then since it's not a break, I went with a little bit of a lower price, especially just because he's not moving super fast. All right. So there we go. This is now a Jared line slab away. Let me go set it up for you, Jared. Jared with the JA. November 25, Jared line. PSA 10, Hard Light, Master Chief. It's a price of $560. You're applying a total of $60 to the card. The slab away fee, of course, is $20. These get thrown away. Oh, you just sent like $100 more? Is that what you just did? Hold on. You just sent $100 more. So then the card goes from $500 to $400 remaining. Boom, you have $400 left. Let me write your name on the back. Sorry about that. I didn't expect that to happen. I know we're waiting to open up those Pokemon Go packs. All right, the card is yours. Let me write the price on this slab as well so that I know what we did with it when I'm looking at the slab itself. Congratulations. That's probably the smarter move anyways. Think about it. There's no way you can miss when you buy it outright. Congratulations. All right, so that's off the table now. And very cool. We are. All right. You still got that Nemo card. The Nami is gone. That one sold fast, huh? The Nami is gone. That one was popular. I'll keep that in mind. If you're looking for a chance at a Nami, here's a $40 chance at a huge Nami card. But the other Nami is gone. Actually, it was only $110 and it got put in his slab away. There's for Mr. Thomas. Hey, what's up, Troy? How's it going, Troy? Here's Mewtwo. All right, and we got these energy cards. We go through them all the time. Huge. Do 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 be do dee do dee do dee buns. That guy's real off center. That's too bad. Some dice and all this. I just throw all this crap away. Imagine I'd saved it all. I don't know if it'd be worth anything, but maybe. Hey, what's up, Callum? How's it going, guys? We're seeing a lot of names come in here. Thursdays, man. Thursdays and Fridays. Those are good days. All right. Thursdays and Fridays. I love Thursday night because our Thursday night stream is actually a Friday morning stream. It's like Christmas. I'm about to lose my state insurance. What should I do? State insurance. State. Whoa. Look at that. Thomas Hogue. I like this card. Big fan of this one. Oh, has it got a mark on the back? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's a mark on the back. That's too bad. I was gonna make you an offer on that one. I like that one. All right. Oh my God, dude. Thomas Hogue with the double hit right there. Beautiful, man. Look at that. Oh, it's off center too. So hard to get a 10. I want you guys to appreciate the 10s on the table. Please appreciate anytime you see a PSA 10, tag 10, whatever. please appreciate. Those are nearly impossible to achieve these days. It's so hard to get them. Look, it looks great on the front, right? But you turn it around and look at the centering between the left and the right. That's going to end up being a 9 probably. So you got 2 great cards, and neither of these will grade 10. Isn't that traumatic? That's traumatic. Thomas Hogue. This is too bad. I'm too pooped to rip. I clocked out with 105 hours. What? We are? Actually, I'm about to lose my state insurance. So is that like healthcare insurance provided by the state, but the government's been shut down, and since the government's shut down, it's going to be like delayed for a while? Is that what you're talking about? It is? All right. Push that back. My state health insurance. I wish I could help you with that, Troy. I don't really know what the strategy for that is. Stay really healthy for a little while. Don't drink, don't smoke, eat an apple, drink water, have steak and salad or chicken and salad, and go for a walk or a run every day. Get sunlight, apparently. Get lots of sleep. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what happens. Yeah, the Democrats and the Republicans need to come to some kind of agreement. They're still fighting over this is the longest government shutdown in history, and it's starting to affect people. And I don't like that one bit. I hate that. I think the Republicans and Democrats should agree to reopen the government and have like a new deadline. So they should throw the American people kind of like, a safety raft or something like that, right? A lifeline. And what they should do is toss some money into the American government just to keep it running, and then set a new deadline, January or something, right? And then so fund it through January and get back to debating on the bill. But they're not going to do that. They hate each other so much. It's like a political civil war right now. I don't know what to say, man. You and everyone else who is needing any kind of government paycheck, any kind of government security, any kind of government this or that, any kind of food stamps apparently are affected. Got all these normal people on food stamps. They can't get their food stamps. It's a bad situation, and it doesn't need to be this way. Ironically, I think it's going to force the government to have a balanced budget. So for once, we're going to see what it looks like when the government doesn't get infinite debt. When the government's only allowed to spend what it brings in, I think we're going to head toward that. So that'll be interesting. But that's the thing. It sort of puts everyone in this position where all of a sudden they have to provide for themselves. Now your budgets are stricter. You can't spend as much money on having fun. And some people are totally screwed in that scenario because they were truly dependent on the government. Some people are not dependent on the government. They just get some government services that they probably shouldn't. But that's probably a minority, but I don't truly know the numbers. That's something I'm sure everyone's curious about. But there's people who truly rely on the government, and they're just going to get effed in the A if they don't get this thing sorted out. So they got to sort it out, man. Merchant says, I ordered through ZELLE. Have no fear. Let's get this going. Arturo toured my slab away, $20. Mr. Arturo with an A. Hey, how's it going, Arturo? This goes down to $110. Boom. All right, 110. You got the Snorlax coin. Let's see. I'm going to give you a bonus, Mr. Alex. I'm going to double it, okay? So you sent in 20. I'm going to give you 20. Is he listening? I'm going to give him 20. You're down to $90. So this is going to say $20 gift. All right, and I'm going to mark myself down as having done a little gift. Actually, I also gave what did I give to Mahasvar? I gave him a big expensive slab as a gift. It was the Victini, $130 Victini. So I'm going to write that down as well. So I gave $20 to you. That's $510. Gave $130 to Mahasvar. That's $640. And we have this giveaway going too, don't we? I often don't write myself down for the giveaways. Is this 100K? So that's about $70. That's going to be $710. I probably gave away something before this that I didn't write down. So for October, I'm up to 710. Not bad. That's pretty good. We got to finish giving this out too. You guys want me to set this up? Let me go over here. I'm going to set this up, okay? Let's see. No, it's not, because the government closed down. It's time to renew, and I'm working so much I make too much money for it. Isn't that terrible? Yay. This is why these kind of systems and programs are so questionable anyways, because they incentivize people not to earn too much. That's a serious problem. Yeah, they decide you're making too much and then they kick you off of it. And so all of a sudden, you have a realistic incentive to reduce your hours in order to qualify for this big handout, which is more valuable than, let's say, 10 more hours of work or a slightly bigger paycheck. So the government programs appear to be a good thing until they actually create incentives for people to work less and take more in welfare or state government, socialism. It's a serious downside to handouts anyways. This is a serious problem for everybody. So now you're on the other side of the equation. You're on the side of the equation where you don't get the benefits. You pay for other people's benefits. You go to work all day so you can pay for somebody else to get stuff for free, which doesn't feel great. I mean, it's not terrible, but it doesn't feel great, And so this is very frustrating. Let's see. Next up we have... It's like, why don't I get some of the free stuff? I should get some of that free stuff. Here's Nicholas M. Magno. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? It's Mr. Merchant. He says, I have no audio. Oh, Merchant's turn. Merchant turn. All right, so let's get this. He wants 12 of the OP13s. You got it, man. Yeah, there were people who didn't receive the COVID checks because they got paid too much at work. But it's like you got these other people who stay home, get their paycheck, and then they get the COVID check on top of it. It's like, how's that fair? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, the harder you work, the more you realize that that's a really unfair system. That's kind of what happens, Mr. Troy. You work really, really, really hard, receive none of the welfare, and realize how much taxes are taken away from you and how much that would add up to over time. And it really starts to eat at you over time. You start to go, wow, the government's taking $100,000 from me every time. That could have just been in the stock market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. $100,000 in the stock market. It could be $140,000 by now. But the government took it from you to give to other people. And then you get a little greedy. You get a little, hey, wait a second. This is supposed to be mine. Why do I work so hard? Ready? It's a real thing. There it is. All right. Ready? Snipping this. And snipping this. You will have state insurance when you all get Prego. Prego. The military is getting checks cut, says Charles Black. Ooh, we are. Yeah, the irony of this big fight between the governments and the Democrats and the Republicans, the irony is that it might force the government to only spend what it has. It's really crazy to think about. Here's, ta-da, a hollow. This is for our friend Merchant. Okay, here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. I woke up at 2 a.m. I have to go to work now at 8 a.m. I have to blank and go on a dinner appointment later tonight, too. Wow, I'm going to die. You're not going to die. You just take it easy, man. Have some extra snacks. Maybe have a little cookie or something. Maybe drink a little caffeine. Keep you going. Try to take a power nap, right? Look for an opportunity for a power nap. It'll fix you right up. You're young. You can handle that. You could go 24 hours with no sleep when you're young. You are? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Sniping the hit. You'll be all right. You got to go to some dinner. We don't have stuff, just trillions in debt. Well, that's what I complain about. I complain about how the government spent $37 trillion of debt. Okay, well, what did we buy with that $37 trillion? Can you point to it? Can you point to the golden city we built? Can you point to the amazing thing we built? You can't. It's just money we wasted. We consumed it. It's gone. It went to the older generations mostly. It went to corrupt politicians. It went to feeding people halfway across the world. They don't even know who we are. They don't care about us or whatever it is. Not even feeding them, but like these stupid projects, pet projects. It went toward fighting an endless war in the Middle East that we lost. We lost that war. We did not win. We lost. Yeah, it goes to everything. And then lately, it just goes all into paying for everyone's Social Security and welfare which is a little bit better, I suppose, but it's like it's money we don't actually bring in. We can't actually afford it. So it's debt, and that means if you're young, you're just paying it. So it's already a socialist handout. You lose money, you lose purchasing power, and you pay huge taxes so that the elderly group can afford their stuff. It's a little bit nicer. Okay, that's a little bit nicer than bombs and all that other stuff. But, you know, the bombs and all that other stuff is still kind of going on. And the other thing that annoys me, the elderly group had the best economy, the cheapest homes, the lowest debt, the lowest taxes, and they still can't take care of themselves. That's a serious flag. That's a serious red flag, because it means our generation has to live like peasants to save up to take care of ourselves, or we're heading toward a gigantic collapse. Because if our group doesn't take care of ourselves by saving up, if we're like our grandparents and we got all this extra debt and taxes, there's no chance for us. It's only going to get worse until there's a true financial collapse, like the Roman Empire. There's Nicholas. New bag? Let's see, Nicholas. So that is an indicator of the future. The wealthiest country on earth with the best taxes, the best economy, the best time to be alive, the cheapest homes, that society was not smart enough that the elderly from that society could take care of themselves. They didn't do it. And so that's a strong indicator about human biology, I would say. It's like a biological indicator. Humans are not mentally designed to save enough money for old age. So you can predict a retirement disaster. Maybe it won't happen with the boomers, but that retirement disaster will likely happen with our generation and or the next or whatever. So it's a very important observation to make. Once again, this is why the gold guys exist. They're waiting for the collapse. The gold guys, they're saying, oh, it's coming. Any day, this is going to collapse, man. This system won't work. It's got to collapse. Welfare state? No way. And gold's like this way to get away from the dollar. And then you got the Bitcoin guys, and they want Bitcoin. I'm a Pokemon card guy. I'm in a whole different group. This is like fine art. We are. So no matter what the society's doing, good or bad, I want to sell you guys art. All right. Thank you, Mr. Merchant. Appreciate the order. Who's next? Excuse me. Rowena. Rowena for another spot in the Burger Chew and 5 Pokey Shuffles. Okay. Here's Burger Chew. Just Beatrice in here right now. I put Beatrice's name on it. Okay. Number 2 is Rowena. Maybe it is a good idea to put the names on the list, because then you can remember if you were in this one. Think about it. What if I did write the names on it? It's very easy to write the name on it because it's such a small break. You can't do that with most breaks. Pass me the caviar. Hey, I'm going to build up my stuff before sending it out. Heck yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Almost everyone does that, actually. I want a small loan of $1 million. That is a small loan these days. $1 million is not that much money to the bank. So you could go to the bank, say, I got this great business idea. Here's where I'm going to put it, on this piece of land. Here's the customer base. Here's all the data. I've got my supplier over here in China. I've got the licensing rights, the intellectual property rights to my design. We've tested it online already. It sells pretty well. Now we want to scale it. We want you to help us scale it with $1 million loan. And the bank sits down, reads all this information. They're experts at loans. So they read all your business data and say, hey, this is a solid business idea. You're a guy with some experience too, because you worked for 10 years already. Let's give you that $1 million loan in stages and see how it goes. You can access $1 million. Now, you can't access it from your daddy. That's a lot easier than the bank. But either way, when you receive that million, you really do have to make money out of $1 million. So no matter how you receive it, to become wealthy, for example, like a billionaire, you do have to take that money and do something with it. Rowena wants 5 Pokey Shuffles. I believe in you. I think you guys could become business owners, CEOs, CFOs, corporate leaders in any way. You don't have to be corporate. You guys need to go out there and get rich and come back here and buy some cards from me, okay? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You like finances? I bet a lot of you guys in this group enjoy the subject of finances. Go become, a financial analyst. Ooh, double hit here. We got Hunch Crow. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All right. Top 10 inventories lost 13 million collectively. Oh, the CSGO story. That's a big story, huh? Crazy, man. Here goes. You ready? We got 1 and we got 2. For those of you who have not heard about this story, the video game Counter-Strike has always been this place where people invest a little money. You can, strangely enough, you can invest in these skins. I guess the skins are transferable between players. And because the skins are so hard to obtain and so exclusive, people put a price tag on them that seems to go up over time. So people start investing in these skins, and they're almost treated like an investment now. But the problem is the company came out and they changed the rules about how to obtain the skins. Now you can take all your bad skins and convert them into a good exclusive skin that used to be worth a lot of money. Now the prices are crashing. The prices are going to crash for 2 reasons. First of all, the increase in the demand by itself will cause the crash. Not the demand, the increase in the supply will cause the crash. The other problem, the other cause of the crash will be a lack of trust in the market. We are? All right. Oh, it's a good Honchkrow, actually. So this is a Honchkrow 9. I mean, that's better than an 8. And you've got, it's from Undaunted. Take a look at that. Beautiful, too, by the way, because it's in this tag holder. So that's a gold, silver, heart gold, soul silver card. And in a nice tag slab there, you get that dust off that. That looks so much better without the dust. Beautiful. All right, but it's too bad it didn't get the 10, huh? If this was a 10, it probably would have sold for like 500. Maybe not 5, but maybe like 300. Rowena. Ditto break still available? Yes, but it's moving fast. It could finish in this one stream. There it is. We also have a Pikachu break now, and it continues to be popular too. 2 people in the McDonald's Pikachu. This is the best version of the break now. It's actually the cheapest it's ever been. It's 1 in 8 now. Not only is it 1 in 8, see, last time it was 1 in 9, right? Not only is it 1 in 8, but it comes with a $30 star card this time. It's a $30 card, which means it's not complete until $10 more gets spent on it. Okay, and so we've done that before. It's a fractional star card is what it is. I could say star out of 3 or something, but that'll just confuse people. But yeah, so this is the cheapest version of the break now. 1 in 8, star card included. Used to be 1 in 9, no star card. Let's see. Rain Bryan says, exactly, I'm a leader of an eBay store. Nice, dude. Ditto break still available? Yes, it is. Let's go grab it now. That was what I was trying to answer. Here it is, the Ditto break. A lot of interest in this exclusive Ditto Japanese, or said Japanese, huh? Exclusive Ditto Korean card. Okay, very fun card. Pretty affordable break, actually. 1 in 9, $40. Okay. The fact that it's up to 9 is a pretty strong indicator of the desirability. Here's Michael Pettiford. He wants $30 for tag grading. Michael Pettiford. Michael, what are we grading? Michael Pettiford. Maybe something from here? Do you have any more of that Ditto available? Not for sale as an individual card, no. Just as breaks. Some cards just become breaks. We do that on purpose. It's not an accident. Ooh, yeah, you got to grade that one for sure. That one's the good one. No, but wait a second. That cannot be graded. It's Korean. You can grade that with PSA only. So then what are you grading? You must be grading like this guy then, huh? Can you help me choice? Well, since you can't grade Korean with tag, you would grade this one with PSA, okay? $10 more or $9 more, whatever it is. And then you would grade one of these with tag grading. Probably this guy. He's Sabo, right? You probably grade that leader card. Where can I purchase? Says J Pack Flips. What's up, J Pack? Nice to meet you. I'm the Cardconomist. We've been in business for 7 years. If you'd like to make a purchase, we have a very low-tech setup. We're getting a website. It works, actually. I just haven't implemented it. The way it currently works, you just head over to the description of the live stream, and you're going to see PayPal, ZELLE, CASHAPP, ZELLE, VENMO addresses. You just choose whatever one you want, send some money over, and I receive that money in an email. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. There we go. We do not automatically ship. Your stuff stays here like a vault almost. We do not automatically ship. We ship when you want to ship out, so you have to tell me that you want to ship. You have to order a round of shipping, Here it is. Yep, but you don't want to, says J-Dog. Can you help me make choices? Wait, you can't get Korean cards graded. Korean cards cannot be graded with tag grading. PSA will grade them. Tag grading doesn't do them yet. They got to do them soon. I'm sure they're working on it. Oops. I always see your videos, love them, just never knew how to buy anything. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, we've been posting tons of videos. Some of the fun viral moments come from this stream. And yeah, it's not complicated. Once you've done it, once you've made your first purchase, you will understand it very quickly. It's uncomplicated. It's not like you go to a website and you click on an item and buy it. It's more like you just open your PayPal and you send the amount you need to send. So like, let's say you want this Mimikyu, you realize, well, you need to send me $115 for it. So you open up PayPal, maybe ZELLE, maybe Venmo, maybe CASHAPP, whatever you use. Maybe you use CASHAPP. You send $115, and in the note, you just say PSA 10 Mimikyu. And then you can talk to me in the chat if you need to help direct me toward what you're buying as well, like if there's any confusion. All right, I have a $3,200 collection so far. Nice, dude. That's really cool. You want to see some cards? JPEG, you want to see some cards I just added to my collection? Check this out. Check these bad boys out. I just got these back from PSA. I graded them myself. These are Mega Rayquaza poker cards. What do you think these are worth? If you guys could place a price on these, if I sold them as a pair, 2 cards, PSA 10 each, what do you think they'd go for each? I'm betting they'd be around the, I want to say like, they're a poker card, so there's a limit, right? I bet they're worth around the $600 mark, just around there. So together, maybe $1,200. That's my theory. 3,000. Woo! Rain Brian says, before Valve released that update, the CS economy was worth $5.9 billion with a B, and now it's $4.1 billion. They wiped $2 billion off the economy. Everyone is selling, and prices are so unstable. You know, it could be a buying opportunity. You know, a lot of people get very scared when prices are dropping, but some people like me get greedy, and that could be a mistake, right? Like they call it dead cat bounce, they call it catching a falling knife. But yeah, it changes the market. There's a lot of fear now because if they can so easily destroy the value of the gloves and the knives, what else can they do? So yeah, it's very scary. It makes you realize, oh, wait a second, this is not the stock market. The owners of this product can change the quality of my investment overnight. It's a very highly speculative and risky thing to put a lot of money into. And you could argue that is true a little bit for Pokemon cards. But you know what? I don't think Pokemons are as scary as digital product. This is not a digital product. They printed this one time, and they're not printing it anymore. So here it is, 2025. One day it'll be 2050, and this card will be thousands of dollars. And you and I will be old, wrinkly people. And the young people will be like, give us your Ditto, Grandpa. And I'll say, shut up. Jack Woodworth, 5 Inferno X. You got it. Pokemon's for old people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm here for that. I would love to learn how to buy a stack on the vault. Hopefully you have a website because I love to purchase in the future. We do have a website. It's not available for the public to use. It's just something we're making available. I focused on our setup as it is for many years. Like I said, we're in year 7 officially. And we focused on our setup as it is. Very low tech, very easy to use. No email, no sign up, no, none of that stuff. No credit cards. You just use PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, and ZELLE, and you just send money direct. That's it. So if you've got one of those apps, you can participate now. We sell probably about $1 million of cards a year. So that's been working very well for me. I haven't had a reason to change because of that. So because we do enough sales that I don't care. I'm not trying to scale too much, just maintain what I have. But we want to improve. You know, I was talking to AI, how do I improve? And AI was pretty fast to say, you need a website. So I was like, all right, let's get this website done. Can you give me some good recipes? One of my favorite dishes, although, I've been questioning if I have a chicken allergy lately. Isn't that weird? One of my favorite dishes, you just take up a big chicken breast, right? Dice it into strips, and then toss that in a pot with some olive oil. You could do a little onion. You could do a little garlic. And then hoisin sauce, oyster sauce, and chili pepper, what do they call it? Chili paste. It's basically sriracha, but it's the scoopable kind, right? With the garlic and the stuff in it. and you just let that slightly burn, not burn, but like brown, right? So you stir it up in the pot, get the heat up real high, and you let one side of the chicken brown. And then after that, you just stir it a couple times, make sure it's cooked all the way through. You just put that on some rice, really easy. So we made dishes like that all the time when I was a kid. We had all kinds of recipes just like that. We did chicken adobo when I was younger. Jack Woodworth, so 5 Poke Shuffles, 1 pack of Crimson Haze. Crimson Haze. Crimson Haze. What the hell is a Crimson Haze? Is that the Japanese? There's too many sets to memorize, man. I swear to God. I know what that is, right? It's this guy, isn't it? Where is it? Can I even find it? Ah, here it is. Is that this right here? I think it's this. That's Crimson Haze, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. I got ZELLE and VENMO. Law website. Excuse me, the cook con. I already read that. That's Crimson Haze, correct? So 5 Poke Shuffles. Let's get those 5 Poke Shuffles. Let's get moved on. There's some people waiting. Yeah, make sure we service all these. You ready? Didn't chat say no, your inventory, naughty TCC? That was one of the ones that AI said too. AI said I need to work harder on creating an inventory understanding so that I can see what's moving, what's not moving. 1. Did I already do this part? 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second. Did I already do this part? I got distracted by the cooking question. Did I already give them 5? Help me out here, guys. I can't remember the last minute. Did I already do 5 of these? I can just rewind the stream and check. Stephen Body says no. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a cold round. I must have been remembering another order. My bad about that. But that is a cold round, so I'm sorry for that as well. That's no good. Let's snip these open. You ready? AI is wrong sometimes, you know. So I have this really great strategy with the AI where I create a big prompt with a lot of data, and then I feed it to multiple AIs. I give it to multiple AIs, not just one. And what I look for is consensus. I look for the AIs to agree with each other. I say, what's best business practices? You're right. But you're correct. The AIs have a limited understanding of Pokemon cards and stuff like that. But I mean, they give pretty straightforward advice, right? Like they told me I need to get distribution. That's a top chore for me. I need to get a website. That's a top chore for me. That's what they said. You say you have to have one. And then they say you need to get a better understanding of your own inventory. And I said, you know what? You're probably right. I don't work that hard on understanding my inventory. I just let my inventory grow really big and I don't think about it too hard. I go, that's a really big inventory. So they're right about all those things. Here we are. All right. They told me I need to get Mike's side posting for me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And they were right about that too. He's posting on Instagram and Facebook right now. I don't have him on TikTok yet. Jack Woodworth. So, I mean, their advice is pretty solid. And again, I look for that consensus. All right. It's really amazing, actually. It's crazy that we're just in this new time period. Just a little while ago, I couldn't do that, and now I can. And it definitely revolutionized my decisions in life. Like, I just fed it a ton of data about our houses, our mortgages, our income. I fed it all this information. I said, what is our best move? And they say, get out of Missouri, go to a no-tax state right away. I was like, damn. All 3 of them said that. They said, whatever you do, don't stay there. Get into a tax-free state. Here's Jack Woodworth. The reason that's such a big deal is because that means they're telling everybody like me that information. So I sit down and go, well, everyone's getting that advice. Jack Woodworth, 1 cold live custom. I'm sorry, man. Okay. I consume too much Tic Tac. Hello, mister. I looked up the leader card I'm sending you the tag last month. 1 sold for 178. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. The leader cards are popular. Never used Tic Tac. You don't like Tic Tac? I love Tic Tac. Here's Oscar Resendez Ditto Break. I like that. I like Instagram too. Although I noticed this. Instagram, for some reason, feeds me super hot, sexy girls. I don't even try to do it. Like, I'm sure I scroll through. I'm sure I gaze at it maybe longer than I should. But I only subscribe to Pokemon card stuff, strictly. I'm not subscribed to any girls. I don't think I am. Maybe, I don't know how you subscribe to things even. Oh, yeah, I know how it's done. But so I'm only subscribed to cards. And it feeds me like all these women. It's so ridiculous. TikTok doesn't do that. It's so strange. So I'll be like scrolling, I'll be like trying to look up some news about Pokemon, and they just put some dancing hot girl in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? It's such a like, it's like they're trying to push drugs on you. You're like, here, you like drugs? We've decided you're about 35 years old and male. Here, have some drugs. It's like, bro. We are. I don't know about that algorithm, man. People say, well, it's your own fault or something, but it's like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't subscribe to it. It is Mr. Nose. I looked up your polls and Kings are going for $5.47 a card. Nice. Kings. Kings what? I got the hot Chinese girls and don't mind, but I'd much rather see funny content. Yeah, so the algorithm has definitely decided I'm like some 35-year-old male. I get ads for like going bald, right? Like, are you going bald? This, stupid drug will help you from going bald and shrink your penis or something. And I get like, oh, do you have erectile dysfunction yet? I was like, I don't. And I have my hair. Leave me alone. So it knows, man. It knows. It targets you. Some internal machine has put me in a folder that says I'm, like 35 years old and I'm male. And it's like, I don't need either of those things, but they're pushing it. And then they're pushing girls and everything. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Here's Ivan looking at the Poke Rayquaza. Whoa, he found one for 700. That's pretty good, huh? It's a cool card, man. All right, so who's next? We got an order from our friend Hathim. 2 Sneaker Bunko Volume 2 for Hathim. Where do we keep the Sneaky Bunkos? I think they're over here. All right, 2 of these. Are you going bald yet? Does your penis still work? If not, we've got a solution. Oh, thank you. It's actually really depressing, because I imagine if I was like 21 years old, I'd be getting like, probably like Mountain Dew and video game ads. And I'd probably still be getting sexy ladies on my, they'd still be doing that to me probably. But no, I get freaking, are you bald? Do you hate going bald? Yes. You like floors? You're a gooner, Mr. And now we know too. There we go. Here we are. All right. Ooh. You're playing cards. Oh, yeah. Those are expensive, huh? All right. Tossing that away. That's for Hathim. There we go. So I get girls like this on my Instagram, but I never clicked on them. It just said, you know what? I think this guy likes girls. How do you know that? You're not allowed to know that. Freaking Instagram. I probably scrolled and I probably gazed too long at some hot girl and it said, all right, give them all the girls now. How stupid is that? All right. I'm an animal, okay? I'm an animal. Sue me. Here's Mimikyu. Here's Arcanine. It's annoying, though. Do I just copy your information to send you the money through Zelle? Yeah, let's see. Actually, I've never done it before. Someone here who uses Zelle, they know how it's done. But it looks like I provided my email. So I think that's what you use. And, yeah, so I would use that email for it. You get those ads for Blue Chew? I do. I get ads for Blue Chew, man. I don't get them all the time, but it's like every couple of months I start getting Blue Chew ads. And I'm like, how? Why? Never once have I searched for anything related to erectile dysfunction. I've got no problems down there. You just assume, because I'm 35, that I've got these slew of problems. But here's the thing that concerns me the most, is now I'm scared. I'm scared I'm years away from being bald and having erectile dysfunction, because they must believe people in my age group have that problem really bad. Here goes Martin Ramirez. You ready? Whoa! One live custom for Martin. Your phone tracks your eyes and can tell how long you're gazing at butt cheeks. Yes, for Zelle, send the money to the email he provides. 100% watch time and retention. Yeah. This guy's got 200% retention. Whoa, a Haunter card. This guy's got 200% retention on this girl's clapping cheeks move. Whoa, that's nice. A little poker Haunter there. All right, let's go ahead and get this music playing again. All right. Okay. Mr. Martin with the snipe. Hot Live Customs, huh? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay, and right after that, Jack Woodworth. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jack. Yours came right after his. You had the right idea, but that's going to be one cold live custom. I'm sorry, man. Mr. Jack. That sucks. Jack, that was your live custom. It was cold. And then we have Rowena, 5 one-piece English, PRB1, and 2 Pokey Shuffles. Here are the Pokey Shuffles. Do-do-do-do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Your phone tracks your eyes. That's some crazy cold. That's some crazy Blade Runner kind of stuff. You look lonely. I can help that. One piece PRB1 English. We want the English. Where are we hiding the English? Give me a moment. I have to go looking for it. Let's see. So what do we have here? Is this empty? This appears to be empty. Put this over here. Here's a one-piece box. There's one-piece box. Here's Union Arena. Here's Union Arena. What's under here? That's MetaZoo. Okay, just doing some searching here. There's EB3. Nothing in that box. All right, to me, it looks like we're getting a fresh box of it. Hold on, let me check this box here. Nope, here it is. I found it. So how many did he say? He said 5? He said 5 of them. Okay, 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a new break with the Halo card gone. Yeah? The Halo card, it was fulfilling a role of being a niche alternative, you know, like a franchise to go into a break for. So it wouldn't be replaced with another Pokemon. It would be replaced with something similar to itself. Maybe Hello Kitty. We have a black label Hello Kitty. We are. Snipping this. There we go. Of course, the last time we did that black label Hello Kitty, it didn't go off either. Somebody bought those. Both of them, actually. I had 2 of them. They both got bought out. Okay, some of these. How much is your Heatwave box? It says $5 a pack. Ooh, well, there would be 30 packs in a box, so you could buy 30 of them. There are. Here's Trafalgar Law. Packology says chimp. Here's this guy. Oh, yeah. Oops. Kaido. Here's these guys. Yamato. Tomato. She got a little side boob going on, huh? And little Gecko Moria. Oh, there we go. Upper Yard is a full art. That's Kaido. There we go. That's a full art. Textured full art. So, my perspective, nothing crazy. Need to see all the breaks again. Sorry if you already shown it today. Before, always like seeing what they're at. Yes. By the way, you can check the breaks that are available by going to our Discord server. They're all posted there. So if you're ever like dying with curiosity and I'm not live, you can head over there and just kind of scroll through the list. I think it's a little more interactive if you can visibly see them though. Okay, that's the Rowena, especially if you like breaks. Breaks are very popular. We have 2 breaks that are super popular today. Number 1 is McDonald's. He's up to 2 out of 8 now. And this is the top break. This is the exclusive Korean artwork, Ditto Pikachu. Or Lapras or whatever it is. I think it's just called Ditto. Now, we have some other breaks, obviously. We've got this Waifu break. If you like Misty, here she is. That's a super rare, super vintage card. We're just calling this what it is. It's the rare candy break. So we're not going to call this staff anymore. It's rare candy. 7 out of 27. This is a big deal. This card right here is a staff card. Super rare, super desirable. Here's the mango break. If you like one piece, some people do. It's up to 6 out of 18 already in like 3 days. This is one of the best breaks on the table. It moves all the time. You got 2 ways to get into it. $40 or $400. $400 will get you directly into the break. $40 gives you a chance to get into the break. That's what it is. It's a $40 chance to get into the break. Finally, we have this beautiful Gengar Master Ball. It's finally up to 10 out of 18. He's pretty close to the end, actually. 8 spots left. You still have some time to jump in there, but Master Balls, they're like impossible to pull, right? Like if there's 151 Pokemon, what are your odds for this Gengar? You get 1 Master Ball per box, 12 boxes in a case. Well, if there's like, if there's like 80, 90 different artworks to pull, what are your odds? Like 1 in 90 to pull the Gengar? It's terrible. So he's really nice. That is why we offer him as a break, because the odds of naturally pulling him are incredibly low. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. Hey, how's it going, Ivan? He says, for my slab away for now, don't want to lose him. Don't worry about that, man. I won't be too worried about that for now. You just get better. This will go down to 730. All right. And we've got Danny Say No More, $35 for his slab away. What's up, Danny? Big part of our stream is just getting slab away payments. We get a lot of those slab aways usually on Friday, actually. Friday, this is Thursday. So $54 remains. Boom. Slab away, very popular. Okay, nice. Well, let's hand out this free card now. You guys ready for the free one? Where'd that card go? Oh, it was called 100K, wasn't it? Here it is. $70 Hello Kitty card. Really nice. We've got Zamduki. The Queen of Hearts Metagross you got at 200. It's low. It's almost 300. Oh, you're saying I underpriced it. Is that what you're saying? I might be underestimating the value of those cards. Zamduki. Here's Tammy Lowe. Tammy Lowe. Here's William Wafter. William Wafter. And number 20. J-Dog. J-Dog. All right, we got it all. This was a 20-spot slab. Obviously, it's a more expensive slab than usual. It's a nice pristine 10. That means we're using the 20-sided die. You ready? Landing on 17. That's Zamduki. Really? Zamduki, is he here? He is here. Hey, Zamduki, what do you want me to write on the back? What shall I write on the back of this card? Zamduki just got a $70 card just for hanging out. You don't have to spend $1 with me. You can just hang out, play the giveaway. We hand out a lot of giveaways. We have a generous group. Ain't no way, says Zamduki. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Your odds are low because you're playing up against everyone else, and then even when you get on the list, your odds are still only 1 in 20. But it always goes to somebody. Goes to somebody, doesn't it? Zamduki? Zamduki member? People who are members, people who are moderators, people who show up all the time, you're just going to walk away with more of these free slabs because you're just hanging out over here all the time, right? So, like, if you just hang out all the time and every time there's a giveaway, you just enter the giveaway, I don't know, over the course of a year, you might pull something. Might pull a couple things. Some guys are really persistent with it, like really persistent. Like they follow it carefully. And so their odds are higher than yours because they're so good at it. Like I noticed, Tammy, you've been getting on the list a little more than usual, haven't you? Like you got on naturally here and here because we only have 80 people in this stream. You realize that? Only 80 people. There's 80 people watching right now. And so, if Tammy sits there and she correctly types in 100K, her odds of getting on the list, not too bad now. I have 3. My bag name is Corey M. Blackburn. All right, Corey Blackburn. Corey Blackburn. Congratulations, man. Your first free card. That's yours now, and we'll set this over here. Perfect. I figured you probably had a bag. All right, and now we're going to hit refresh. So sick, though. I'm hyped. Somehow, some way. Yeah, I mean, you got... Well, I gave you the first spot for free. It was a girl card, sort of. I don't think it's fair to call Hello Kitty a girl card, but I think it's generally more favored toward girls, right? And so we put a bunch of the girls on the list for free, and then you got in a second time naturally, and then a third time you got in was today. So not bad. Jump Me in the Burger Chew and the Lapras. That's for Mr. NHCC. Here we go, NHCC. All right. We should have like a big break and have it only be like a $5 entry. Wouldn't that be interesting? I want this page to blow up and you get millions of subs, but also like the mom and pop feel of the channel. We do have a mom and pop feel. That's correct. I would agree with that 100%. I think that's one of the things that makes it nice over here. It's a little more intimate that way. We are. And part of that, in my opinion, is because we split the streams up into 2 streams. I think if we had a strictly 1 stream a day situation, you'd probably have overall more viewers in the 1 stream. Maybe it'd be closer to 150 if we were lucky. You know, but maybe it would also be busier. I don't know. Maybe it'd be harder to be noticed. All right, so and this one's going into La Prasse, which is over here. We are. Very nice. I think I scare some people away, to be honest. You know, when we have a conversations about, maybe we have a conversation about something boring that's financial. Maybe we have something that's a little like I'm on my soapbox, or maybe I talk politics and maybe I sound a little more conservative than liberal. I think we scare a lot of people away with that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's not so bad either, because not everyone's a customer, first of all. So if you lose some viewers that are just viewers, that doesn't really matter. And then the people who are still in the group are more engaged with that particular kind of conversation. So it creates a sort of culture. We've been going strong for 6 years, and based on my numbers, nothing's really changed. So my numbers look really even. In terms of like sales and all that kind of stuff, they look pretty even over the years. David Hernandez, he says, 90 bucks. What can I help you with, Mr. David? He must be the guy who was learning how to use ZELLE. Here you go, David Hernandez. Okay, 90. I just sent you money. What can I get for you? Andy Dirkson's here. I've been lurking for 5 years, says Piasu. I like coming here to take a break from the other theatrical rip and ship channels. Oh, because of all the screaming. Hey, what's up? Whoa, let's go. Hello, sir. It's been a long time. How you been? Hey, how's it going? Craig Needy. I recognize you. Sometimes people come in and they're like, I'm back after 5 years or something. And I go, I have no clue who you are, but I recognize your name. So, Mr. David, I can get you whatever you want. Been watching and buying for the last 4 years. Love the content. You're like Papa. No, you are like Papa. Mister, what's the exact name of that Hello Kitty card I won? It is called Kuromi RR, I suppose. It's from Blau Party. See? Oh, it's actually called Blau Party down there. It's a nice card. It should be worth around $70-ish. You have a pristine 10 of it. So if you find a PSA 10, know that yours is a little bit better. All right. Mr. JPAC's got to make a choice what he wants now, huh? So when you place the order, David, ZELLE should let you leave a little note that I can read, but you can also just tell me in chat what you'd like. Edward says, anyone excited about Phantasmal Flames? Oh, yeah. That one's scary. It's very overpriced. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to think about the price on it. I want to take care of Mr. JPAC here. JPAC, are you on a delay? You might be on a delay. What can I get you, JPAC? Boom. Oops. It says Joaquin. Oops. JPAC. Stupid. God, dude, that's so dumb. Phantasmal Gengar Zard. I don't think Gengar is going to be in there. So later in November, we do actually get a Japanese high-class set, and it's called like Dream something, and I believe that's going to be the Gengar set. Is there a $350 version of that Kuromi? There might be like a black label or something like that. My LCS will be selling PFETBs for 65 bucks, 1 person per day, booster bundles 2 per day for 40. I'm kind of pumped. Oh, that's good of them. That's good of them. They must not be worried about making as much money as possible. They just care about, you know, just being normal. I want that Rayquaza set to drop the Emeralda. All right. Just waiting on JPAC. There is an SSP version. Oh, yeah, the SSP version. Yeah, that's the RR version. And there's a much more rare SSP version. When will the Primate get an SIR card? I don't know. While he's deciding, let's just look around. I think that was the last order, right? Let's see. Yeah, that was the last order. So while he's deciding, maybe I'll work on something. Just a couple prices up here. It's Victini. He's a $130 card, this Victini. Isn't that cool? I think I already have one of these up here. Can you see what I'm writing? Oh, I cannot. I can't. He must be saying something that YouTube's not letting him say. Here, use my email, TheCardconomist@gmail.com. It's unusual to have to do this. I don't know why YouTube would block it, but you can send me an email stating what you intended to buy, TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Send me an email, and that'll get around YouTube. YouTube is flagging chat. YouTube must be thinking you're saying something inappropriate. I don't know why. Maybe they think you're maybe they think that you're advertising. I don't know. Palantir, dude. Palantir's after me. The juice. Here it is. Victini. All right. He's been bought out. He wants Scarlet Japanese. Oh, that it? Scarlet Japanese? All right. That makes sense. Adds up to 90. Let me get a box of that. Here we go. All right. Very good. David, let's see what you got. These are getting really old, aren't they? These are over 2 years old, I think. So weird that YouTube would hide that. Don't you think that's weird? You guys can see it. Strange. I'm on top chat. Maybe it's something you can only see in all chat. Why would they hide it into the all chat, I wonder? I mean, there was obviously some other people who couldn't see it either, so yeah, weird. All right, beautiful. Okay. You ready? Snip number 1. Snip number 2. Snip number 3. I think Nick Fuentes was brought out. Oh, or he was bought out, or he's just trying to fit his new demographic. I never really listened to him, and I listened to him for the first time on the Peanut Butter and Jelly podcast. What is his name? Bet Davis or something? Patrick Bet Davis, PBD podcast. So I do listen to that guy on occasion, not very often actually, but I do listen to that guy on occasion if he's got something good going on. And he did have something good going on. He had like an interview with Nick. And so that's kind of the first time I really heard Nick Fuentes talking. And you can kind of tell he's like a troll. Nick's a troll. But Patrick was kind of suggesting that he should get more serious. And maybe that affected him. I don't know. Because the only thing I knew about him up to that point is that he was considered like far right. And that was it. Here's King Gambit. He doesn't show up in my feed. He doesn't show up in my suggested. You know, it's weird. Ben Shapiro doesn't show up in my feed anymore. He used to show up in the past. He used to show up. He didn't show up at all. It just feels like he's been hidden. I used to get Charlie Kirk all the time. Charlie Kirk debate. Yeah. He's, I don't get that anymore. It's kind of sad when you think about it. It's really sad. Here you are. All right. Gyarados. All right. I love political debate, you know, so I like that kind of stuff. And he was like a top entertainer that way. He was a top entertainer. And, yeah, you don't hear it anymore. Whether you agreed with him or not, which, you know, he would say something religious, and I would say, like, that's not a very good argument. But it was still fun to listen to. And then, you know, South Park even made a whole episode about him. So he was kind of a big deal. And, man, he just gets murdered later. Whoa, purple-haired guy. Purple-haired guy. Is this going to be your pull? This might be your SR. You got the purple femboy, purple-haired femboy. Let's see what the next pull is. We got the Fido. All right, Fido. You're not getting Charlie Kirk anywhere because he's gone now. Yeah, he's gone now. It's really sad. We are. So I like this one. What's this guy's name? I can't remember his name, man. Something Scourge Knight or some crazy thing. I can't remember. Here's a cold one. Turning Point fell off. Yeah, I mean, he was the charismatic leader. There's no way that's going to keep going. Ben Shapiro, he got really sort of like, I guess the word is very Jewish. So Ben Shapiro always was Jewish, but it's kind of interesting. He feels sort of like he really strongly represents their movement, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's just it's interesting because he doesn't feel mainstream conservative. There was a time where he did feel that way, but now it feels like he's on one side of the war very strongly, and for some reason that makes him seem less impartial. You know, I don't think that's such a stretch to say at all, actually. And weirdly, he just doesn't show up in my feed. I don't know if he could be falling off, sort of, or if the algorithm is intentionally just not pushing him. I don't know. Maybe he's not as popular because it's a very controversial war. Here we are. There's the... ooh, wow, this was a good box. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. His name's what? Great Tusk? Can't remember his name. That's Dawn Fan. Beautiful. Unfortunately, really, he deserves that for real. I don't agree with that. I think that political violence is not good. So I have the easier point of view on the subject than you do, because you got to say something that's pretty nasty. Here we are. All right. You know, so here's the problem with saying that, Psycho Zaki. If you say that he deserved it, blah, 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 and then you've got like your reasons, it doesn't take a lot for some crazy guy on the other team to come up with a list of reasons why maybe this Memdani guy deserves to be shot, or maybe AOC, she's a threat to our republic. She needs to be taken down. So you're just incentivizing the crazies, man. You don't want to do that. There's crazies, I'm sure, on both sides. You don't want to give them a justification to believe that they should shoot the person who's their enemy, you know? So we're supposed to be a civilized democracy. That's the goal, civilized democracy. And violence is the opposite of that. You know, violence, that's like civil war and all that crap, which has happened in the past. You know, we've had a civil war, but why have one now? Everything's so nice now, you know? You don't need that. I don't think it's smart. All right, besides, who would really win a civil war is a great question. Here's Fido. Here's this fire dude. Here's Sandile. Here's your purple-haired femboy with the big rimmed glasses, and your alternative art. Very nice. Careful, Mr. YouTube Bot is cracking down, even on jokes. JPAC says he doesn't deserve to be shot, honestly. Candace Owens has gone off the deep end. Yeah, what happened to Candace Owens? She got... you know, I always had a lot of respect for her because she's a minority woman of color. She was a conservative, and I was like, that's really strange. You know, that's really a different brand than what you're used to. And she spoke well. And then I don't know what happened at some point. It was after the Ben Shapiro situation. She like started getting into strictly like conspiracy. She went after Macron's wife being like some transgender dude or something like that. And I was like, or being his father or something. And I'm like, why? Who advised this to do? You had this great thing going. You should have just stuck to it. Why did you change into this very bizarre, like... So now she's like, I guess, an Alex Jones type, which she didn't have to be. It's like a downgrade. Why turn into an Alex Jones type? Thank you so much, David. So Candace Owens, she got really weird. Yeah, strange. I think we were talking originally about this guy, Nick Fuentes. You know, Charlie Kirk is gone. He's out of the way. Ben Shapiro is very pro-Israel. It feels like there's a gap in entertainment, and maybe he's thinking about filling it. Who knows? It is. All right. But I think that Nick Fuentes is basically one of those political racialist types. It is David Hernandez. So he may never have any kind of success that way. Maybe his best role in life is just to be a troll, you know? Who knows? Thank you, David. That goes in the DA box. It does not ship out automatically. We store it over here in the DA box. If you do want to ship out, it's $9, and then we collect your address. You send it to our email. But you don't have to ship out yet. You can keep your stuff here for a year. So you get a full year. You can keep your stuff over here. You can keep adding to that bag and ship when you feel like it so that you get the most out of your shipping. Sound good? All right. We used to do free shipping. The problem was people would use it instantly every time, so it was really expensive. Was that a first-time buyer? That was a first-time buyer. Hold on. That was a first-time buyer. We got a special giveaway for a first-time buyer. Thank you for pointing that out. Boom. Bonus card. You get this cool Noctowl AR. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. There we go. That's okay. I'm going to keep stacking. Nice. So a little bonus there. You get a nice little Noctowl AR with that. Okay, and it's nice to meet you, by the way, David. It's all conspiracy until it's not. She's married a super rich prince. Charlie was actually her friend. Bro got popped in his neck in front of his wife. Nobody deserves that. Yeah, it's just bad, you know. It's just bad. Maybe you don't like him. Maybe you do like him. Maybe you think he's vile. Maybe he's like on the extreme end of your political beliefs. But it's like when we find violence acceptable, the problem is the other team's going to find violence acceptable too. And it's just not a civilized democracy at that point. That's the goal. The goal is civilized democracy. All right, let's see. Let's see. No one deserves to get popped over words. Wait, I was a first-time buyer, says Nicholas. His wife wasn't there. His wife and children were there, I thought. Okay, here's a them. 4 Japanese white flares. Ooh, all right. So here's one. It's a straggler. Now, where are the rest? Ah, here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. She was in Utah. I believe she wasn't there at the debate. I thought she was. I thought I heard in the news that she was. Oh, this is Japanese. This is Korean. This is... No. Ibida. Let's move this over to a Korean box. That's kimchi. All right, we need one more Japanese. There you go. Haha. I thought that too, but she said she wasn't there. The debate was in Utah. Her and her children were, in fact, there, front row. Honesty reeks of inside job. No one is buying the Tyler Robinson story. I don't know why people get into that conspiracy. I completely buy the Robinson story. They show the footage. The guy looks exactly like Robinson. His own father turned him in because he recognized him from the video. The rifle was found in the bush. I don't understand the desire for the conspiracy. Here we are. Here's the pig guy, Embor. Here is Terrakian. Here is Pig Knight. Come on, baby. One snipe, please. No snipes. No snipey wipies. Sorry. She and her kids were not there. All right. This is a sad subject. It's definitely a sad subject. All right. Tossing this away. Good. What kind of Democrat? They have Harry Sasson. They have that one guy with the blonde hair and he's kind of squeaky. Here we go. He got made fun of by a girl one time real bad. I don't remember his name. Let's see. Mr. Thim. Oh, right. You got your own box. I'm trying to remember all the major Democrat entertainers. After the autopsy came out, they said he was so strong he magically stopped a 30 caliber bullet from a sniper. What? Swift 2028? Oh, Swifty? Taylor Swift? I don't know about that, man. She might be girl bossing too close to the sun, I think. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. It's 7 o'clock. We'll be back on for the nighttime stream. I hope you'll be there. We'll have another giveaway. See you later, everybody. See you tonight for the late night stream.